He told him that if he failed again, then I was going to be it. So while we probably did not contribute much to it being destroyed, I'm pretty sure it got destroyed by him.
Okay. Okay. So that distinction, the necro guy was on thin ice with the general leader, saying that if he failed again, the leader general guy was going to take him out. So he failed against us, and even if we didn't fully kill him, his boss probably fully killed him now that he failed. That makes sense.
Or turned him into like a worse fate.
Yeah.
Turned him into something more violent. Alright, that's fine.
Man, it doesn't smell bad anymore, but it does not smell quite right.
It's not going to for a while.
I don't think it ever will. We're in a freaking Fey pocket dimension. Have you heard Reganzi talk about his like void whirlpools that happen in the mist?
No.
Mist whirlpools? What do you see in there?
Not much.
Are there, like, how big are the hallways? Like, how many people across could fight in there?
Probably 4.
There's just like 1 or 2 people go down and you're hurdling over things to escape. I don't love the exit strategy options for this place.
I completely understand. Maybe I could open up some more with these clamps?
Yeah, are there like any other...
There's a clamp right there.
So this room here, with this entrance, are there... How many exits of this room are there?
Take people up front, go!
And then that's a hallway?
That's a hallway leading back.
And no one else is in here right now?
They're all down their hallway.
I'm gonna check it out.
Do you want to ask him if where he is gettable to from... Because I'm not getting it.
Yeah.
Let's find things.
I also found things. What did you find?
Found dirt we can dig through. And
Okay.
more doors to enter the tower.
Okay, I want to take stock of all these exit strategies and then decide how I'm going in. Zod, I'm gonna go look at some other things Wedge found, but like holler over here when you get that exit strategy figured out.
Passage.
It's darkness.
Dark down there.
Oh, you can like work with that crack? That like becomes something? I don't have the patience to focus on that, but I appreciate that it's another exit strategy.
This is what they call here. It's a thing.
Let's work on this door.
You do that.
Hey healthy heroes, allow me to interject to narrate some combat strategy for you. I see Tyrion walking into this combat next to me, so I immediately aim to sweep around and start that circling position that scouts love to do to get to their backs. Now this NPC has a two-hander, so the range is rough to deal with. It's a lot of blocking by batting away the weapon as it sweeps in at my feet. It's hard to close the distance against it, so I didn't get to circle, but I see that back anyway. The NPCs had made enough of a gap between each other that I was able to cut in and circle around that first one, and in the end we got him turned around. Now off in the distance I see some more backs of NPCs, and here I prioritize moving quietly as I run in, since I know they don't see or expect me from that far back.
Zod.
Now let's get back to exploring this tower.
Tyrion, is it clear? Clear over there? All right, let's open the door. I'm gonna get in here.
All right.
Actually, how do I want the door to be open? With me in or out?
Go in, I'll go in. I'll see if
All right.
I'm just gonna go into the door open. I'm gonna come out this way unless I get something big. I'll holler either way. That's fine. No, I'm getting ready.
Just in case.
Nothing immediately.
That's slightly disappointing.
Doesn't smell like anything.
And He says that we find a small loot chest. That's how we find out.
Okay.
A small chest of loot.
Yeah, you go. I'm not going to touch that chest. This is the place that's like made for traps. Someone's coming. Oh, it's a dryad. Hi. We found a secret room in here, but it's very small and...
To make sure it's not trapped.
Yeah, Zod is checking a treasure chest to see if it's trapped. Watch us. Thank you. It's just me. Just the hallway, though. Tyrion, nothing's in the room. Well, I guess a little treasure chest is, but there's like no monsters to fight.
All right.
Are you keeping eyes on that? Did people go into that dark pit?
I don't think anybody jumped into a pit.
But I mean like the little tunnel that you could dig through right there.
Yes, and then they came out. I think the dryad who just went in there.
Yes.
Hi, what's your name?
Calypso.
Calypso, I'm Nakujo.
It's a pleasure.
So were you in that little dirt pit?
Yes, I was.
What's in there? Is it like an exit strategy that connects the whole way through or dead end?
I believe so. Wedge just shattered another part of the door. We kind of are thinking it's probably another.
So it might
escape
connect.
route.
Okay. I'll go scout that. Let me see where this hallway connects. You got a treasure chest? Yeah. Why don't you? Do you want to put it like right outside at the corner?
Thank you.
Tyrion, this is the little treasure chest we found. Probably just like stick it at the tree line when we're done exploring. Thank you. Okay, I'm gonna see if this hallway connects, and then Calypso, the dryad, is telling me Wedge is knocking something else down in there. We think the hole might connect deeper in as well. So if this hallway also connects, then we have 2 more exit strategies.
Perfect.
Okay, I like this job. This is a job I can do here. Build the exit strategies.
Another door on the other side. So
Like to the outside?
yeah, like,
How?
so like out of game.
Yeah.
It's
We
like
have a brief out-of-game pause here to discuss the mechanics of how the mod is set up, but then the NPCs come in and prepare for battle. I don't see them in-game until they start rifting in, but then I get my surprise attack damage in on their 3 count. This NPC has some great variance in his lunging strike locations, but he is so aggressive that I can find some openings to counter what his strikes expose on him when he takes them.
10 silver. Sorry, a little close to the head there.
So we're pretty limited in our mobility, but we square off easily, and the battle concludes.
You have something healing active? I just took a little hit to my body.
Let's get back to some grumpy roleplay.
Except you were swinging 6s, right? So I'm down 1. So I don't care. Here, Zod. I owe you nothing for the healing. That is what was dropped on that thing. We're square. Okay.
You assume you never owe me anything.
I won't, because that's offensive.
Not to me.
I hear you, and you can believe that. Yeah, Tyrion, I still don't know if this connects, but it looks like it does. Do you want to close that door in case it stops more from rifting? Is that door closed?
Yes, it's closed.
Okay. Because so we know that secret door is just a dead end room, but the hole in the grate is an exit strategy. This does connect.
perfect.
Okay, so 1, 2, 3 exits from a main hallway. I want to go see what Wedge is doing out there. You want to keep eyes? I'll make a lot of noise. Oh, my poor tail. $20 silver, $20 silver, $20 silver, $20 silver, $20 silver. Hey, is this what Wedge busted through?
Yeah, you can climb over this.
Oh, beautiful.
Be careful though.
Of course. Wedge, does this connect?
Yes.
Okay, so we now have 1, 2, 3, 4 exit strategies this way. There's a tunnel, there's 2 doors, and there's a hole in the grate. So guys, oh, we can't through the wall. Okay, so does this loop around to where everybody else is? It looks like people are coming in from that way. Like where Keith.
While he was over that wall. Are you okay?
Do you need a timeout, Bri?
I'm trying to kill you. Here, carry and take the ashtray.
Tyrion! We probably can't hear through walls, but I'm shouting at you through here. It might not be. I don't know if it's supposed to be I can crawl through here, but I'm just shouting, Tyrion! This one connects, but you have to climb under into the tunnel and then up over through something, but it connects to the main hallway that loops around. All right, so this is like a 4th exit. I'm gonna go in further here, okay?
Okay, I'm gonna go back in.
Okay, yeah, through one of the big doors? Okay, so we have 4 options over there.
Could I have some of those?
Wedge, where does it connect up there?
Open cavern, fight the elementals.
Okay. There's 4 exits back this way. How much space is in there? How wide for fighting across?
3 shields.
Man, there's a lot of people in there for 3 shields.
Yeah.
Do I hear? I hear something that might be coming in the tunnel behind me.
Get here. You were outside.
Yeah, there's a tunnel. So you crawl over this that Wedge knocked open, and then you crawl under there. Do you see the vertical?
That sounds pretty badass.
Do you see the horizontal grate?
Yeah.
That's what you crawl under, and you can get out.
We also found a door that connects that way.
That door?
Yes.
So if I climb over this, I can just go out?
Opened into this.
1, 2,
Broke down wall.
3. Okay.
Come over wall.
Wall, hole. Okay. Door, hole, door, door, hole. We are really okay with exits this way.
Great animal.
I mean, that's almost cause for suspicion.
So you know.
I'm gonna assume this is. Okay, I want to see. Oh, hi, Ryan. I'm just making sure I understand this hallway too.
Stay on the bridge.
Yeah, that looks sketch. Oh, that's the rubble pile. These are pretty close. These 2 hallways run parallel. Perfect, got it. 1, 2, 3. 4, 5. 5 exits, 2 hallways. Youch, mother flipper. That thorn was in my skin, but now it's out of my skin. Okay. Yeah, I'm fine. It was more startling, and I was just amped up. What?
Be careful of the funnel.
What were you asking?
Are there doors, things that we should shut or block?
I don't know. Zod and I found a door that was like a dead end to a room, and we closed it in case it encouraged anything else to spawn out of it. But they seemed to be kind of like, even when we were outside, right? Like we didn't know where they were coming from. It was kind of like an aura around everywhere. They were just spawning out of nowhere.
There's realistically a way to stop them or even slow them down.
Yeah, like closing a door behind us, I don't think it's going to do much. I had that thought too, though.
Here that's spawning them. I don't know if we're going to find it.
All right, so this staircase is a choke point, right? Like how many other acts, have you all... No, there are 5 exits back that way. There's a 2 hallway and 5 exits. No, there's 2 hallways that split. 1 goes to 3 and 1 goes to 2. So if we need to flee and escape, pick one of the hallways and then find one of the doors or one of the holes. Okay, so are there, like, if we're going up to the next floor, this is the only access we found to get higher?
Yes.
Correct?
Besides the bridge room.
The bridge room has up somehow?
Climb
Like a ladder?
Void goes up.
Going up.
Chasm that goes up and down.
Grapple hook yourself.
Grapple hook it.
That's what that's for.
In theory.
Really tall stairs.
And then you'd be
Yeah, Ryan literally does.
Can geese kill something?
I do, but like.
If anyone needs to know, dark corner has hole that leads out.
So while you all go up these stairs, I'm gonna check the other. I'm gonna climb the other thing if I can, even though I hate climbing.
Can you repel?
Hurts my claws. No, you would think, but no. She-clacks can't retract their claws the whole way, so it kind of hurts.
You're able to kind of get up and peek at the next floor, and you see elementals around.
But so I get a look of the room such that if I go up that way and see the same room, I'm like, okay, this is how they connect.
Yes.
Oh, thank you.
People, this is sort of like the bottomless chasm all the way up.
Bottomless over there.
Yeah. Somebody dropped a light. Roguish athletics. You were able to do that, and you saw what you saw.
Okay.
It looked like kind of pretty much the exact same.
Perfect. If I have to flee,
Except for hostile elementals. Yep.
Perfect. And if I have to flee, I know that I can flee via rappelling down there.
Yep.
Because I explored it.
Yep.
I really appreciate the extra time. Thank you. Sorry to everyone.
All right.
Zod, is it just me, or does this look exactly the same as what it was down there? That's a little eerie. There's even a hole over here. It's the same hole as it was outside. We're in the stairwell right here, but it's got the exact same entrances. Yeah.
Yeah, cool. I have to, don't judge me, I have to fold my ears when I go through. Like, J-Cat has to be like, don't look at me. Like,
Did somebody already open this door? Out of game question, was this ledger domained? Okay, so I can just swing it open then. And it's the same empty room.
Is there a chest?
Was there a chest in here?
last floor there was.
Last floor? Yeah, we found it last floor. When whoever opened this, was there an identical chest in there? Okay, so there's a difference.
So there is a difference. So maybe
but it's
the architect and the homeowner are different.
yeah. The architect and the decorator had
Not
some.
on the same page.
You and Keith switched headphones.
Excuse me, Roland. I'm just looking around. This stairwell looks exactly like the outside of the first floor. All of the exits are the same, and the rooms in here look the same. Is anyone else a little freaked out by that? It's a little eerie. There's, like, I can actually crawl into this deep hole, into this dark hole, but on the second floor. I'm gonna see if it's the exact same. Everything on that end is the exact same. Yeah. I want to make sure it's the same. I want to make sure it connects and that every story has the same exit strategies. Okay. Yeah, that's the one I remember from over there. That sure does still connect.
And as I emerge through the second floor tunnel, I see an elemental attacking. Apparently battle on the second story has already begun. I wait for an opening here, both for safety and for cultural beliefs around battle, but I'm surprised to see people are down already and more elementals start spawning. I immediately realize I'm in a tough spot, so I inch back towards the tunnel. I let the other allies come around from the other hallway. I hold the enemy's attention with some hissing and some posturing. I'm just getting defensive here. And once a little bit is cleared, it lets me run past and do some roguey things, like trying to get some surprise attack damage in and burning a defensive on my way there. I have to use an evade.
Poison strike, poison berserk, evade.
At this point,
Yep, thank you.
it's really not looking
like
great,
this.
so I start trailing around to get back into that first hallway to see how far behind the other allies are. And oh my goodness, I lunged myself into the chasm.
Does that mean I slipped down?
Yeah.
Whoops.
1 foot would.
Can we have a timeout?
Now check out, this rules marshal comes over and clarifies.
I was doing a little retreat and I did this.
1 foot off, you fall.
Okay, can I grab onto his thing because he intercepts?
All right.
Your call.
And we sort of like wing it. We kind of
So,
tabletop
when I
these
call
mechanics
Leon,
and
you
see
are
what
going
happens
to
in
begin
game.
to fall. Find out if it works or not, or what you can do stuff at that point when I call Leon. Okay.
Like drop the sword because I grabbed his thing? That would be fair.
For this timeout to continue.
Thank you so
Hearing
much
none.
to all staff and all
3,
marshals
2,
for all your hard
1.
work,
Leon.
dealing with players, making their choices.
Yeah. So the intercept works, but you're taking the dooms as if
3 doom, 3
touchcast
doom,
and
3 doom.
accepted.
So through my armor.
So that's how that plays out.
Touchcast doom.
Touch, cast, and accepted.
And now Nakujo is dead. She's gonna have some big feelings about this one, let me tell you. People do eventually notice. She gets some help.
Activate the life.
I slipped.
Elemental 40 healing. Elemental 40 healing.
Except we're good.
And at this point, after freaking out a little
We can
bit,
refit.
it's time for her to relay some information.
Refit complete. So all of it connects, and there were a lot of dead people on that side who overextended. I came in from that way, retreated into this way, passed a bunch of dead people, fell in the chasm. That's what happened.
So are we saying the chasm does have a bottom action?
I actually, as I was falling, I think somebody, Keith, was that you? Was that this?
Yes.
We're gonna talk later. That extended out and I grabbed it. And then before I knew it, the thing that was fighting me, like I think it doomed me. I was doomed by the thing as I was hanging on to that.
Are you injured?
Again, just
No,
trying to
Tyrion hit me up,
roleplay, get
and
my
I'm
bearings,
refit.
relay a little bit of
But
information.
the people on that end were not doing so hot. So the hallway that runs parallel to us, when I was last in there, the dog was down. There was another lady who was down. The dryad was like fending off, so I don't know how they're doing over there. But it looks like we're pushing through to it.
The battle
so.
is not over. There are elementals spawning all over the place farther in. I'm definitely
she's up.
uncomfortable with how clogged this
Calypso,
is.
everybody
She
else that
stays
was
in
in there?
areas as open as
Like this hallway's
possible.
clear now?
I did surprise myself here with Nakujo actually seeming to care so much about the people who were down. Maybe she just wanted to keep her exit options clear. I don't know.
Brian,
Or
I'm
maybe
behind you.
she secretly does have a little bit of a heart in there.
Activate spell 10 healing.
She's doing her best to meet the objective. But what? Then she hears that Keith is down. Keith is the one who saved her.
I pick you up.
There are big feelings about this now. That is her job to go get
Gotta
him.
open a magical conduit.
Don't worry about it.
But of course now she has to immediately run away before anyone realizes that she had any sort of feelings about protecting someone. Yes, complicated roleplay evolved from this situation.
We see another staircase up this way? Okay.
Same staircase up. You guys want to keep going up?
I would
See you
probably go
on
up
the
first
next
this time,
floor.
yeah, up the stairs.
3, 2, 1, play on.
Elementals are already spawning in the foyer of this third floor. The difficulty level is very noticeably increasing as we progress. Seeing all of the packets they're holding, I hesitate to make a move until I know that I can lunge in and lunge out with good speed and mobility. I'm not going to get myself stuck in a place where I can't dodge a packet if they're going to throw them at me. But if other people get themselves dropped and get in her way, she's,
I'd pick you up and throw you behind me.
not very delicate about it. She needs that space. She's going to throw you out of there.
Alden's down.
She does yell for him eventually, though, which was so kind.
10 silver. Got it.
I'm always trying to close the distance against those two-handers
Teeny bit of healing?
and to push in from
Do you
the
have a teeny
side
bit
to
of
get
healing?
the circle around the back. Always maintain that
thanks.
focus on targeting the backs.
Where's our legerdemain people? I want to open all the same 4 doors.
At this point, when she's as high as on the 3rd story of a tower,
So there's a secret door in there that led to like nothing.
she's very nervous about survivability and escape options.
I was like, are you doing a 3 count? Because I'll surprise attack you. This one? Can you open that one?
She's really pushy about securing her mobility.
All right, 3rd story looks the same. We got legerdemain people working on these ones.
She's demanding that everyone who
I'm not
has the
gonna
skills and
assume that the
patience to
crawl
work
through
on the
is the same.
locks
Tyrion, I'm
gets
testing
working
the
on
crawl
them
again.
as soon as possible.
Zod, I'm testing the crawl again.
She paces a lot, she scouts a lot, she's always staying on the move, even more than normal,
And it connects.
because the state of this tower is threatening her ability to move. And don't follow her either. That'll make her grumpy.
I don't
A
recommend. No.
solo scout
I don't
needs
recommend-
more
it
space
all looks the same,
in order
and it
to
all
retreat.
connects. I don't recommend getting a trickle of us
She
over
really
here
wants
to get
to
overrun.
try to help keep things as unclogged as possible.
Yeah, I was gonna. Because it's not
So she gets the
it's
lay of the
not hard
land,
to get clogged up on that bridge thing.
Yeah.
figures
and
out
then
how the
you're
rooms connect,
out of luck.
starts putting together the puzzle, and wants to head back out into the antechamber foyer area. And as soon as she's out in the open there, boom, it's a back! Time to chase it! That's my favorite.
It all looks the same on this end. It connects around again. There's 2 parallel hallways. There's the chasm.
At this point, we're all pretty aware that these elementals are spawning anywhere and
Did
everywhere.
anybody get the secret room?
And she would much rather pace around and not get
if it-
herself
I
stuck
can-
in there deep.
Yeah.
She really
Locked door.
focuses on
Okay.
keeping
There-
spaces
Zod.
clear.
Yeah, just get a taker. Zod.
I know Roland was trying to do the wall reinforced itself.
Oh, really? Zod. Say, you got tinkering? I can get just so okay. I didn't realize that was a skill you had. It's not this. I can get through this. It's that door in there.
Oh, then yeah, okay. I can get through if you want. It's up to you. I don't mind.
There's stuff in there. I'm not going in now.
I do think it's her increase in nervousness that is compelling her to tend a little bit more to the people who are fallen. At least move them out of the way, get them up and moving again.
What is happening right here with this guy? Begin first aid? Visual effects.
She doesn't have any healing
did
arts
you say no effect
skills,
to the
but
first
she
aid?
has learned the first aid skill on her card, so she can stop bleeding, essentially. If someone is dying,
I'm just making
she
sure you
knows
didn't
enough
say
that
no
she can
effect.
make sure they don't
Okay.
bleed out.
I think this guy's
The one
alive,
thing
but
you
he's
can
down.
find out from knowing
go. Get him.
first aid is if someone has already died and you try to stop the bleeding for first aid, they will say no effect, and then you know they need a life spell.
Pass through the whole wall.
Okay, so you guys are passing through walls.
Back in the
Some of-
foyer, there's another guy.
Not the walls
Another
themselves,
elemental
but
coming
but
through the
because there's a
wall.
hole there, you're sort of like oozed out. Like, okay, cool.
So
thank you for
another
the
battle
description.
begins. I see him throwing packets first, and I know that he is wide open because he's got both weapons in one hand and he's throwing packets first. And I see that I'm close enough to not need to do any sort of lunge dancing around it, in and out. So I move in fast and I cut him down as quick as I can.
20 silver, 20 silver, 20 silver, 20
Bit of
silver,
confusion
20
here
silver.
about the rules. There's been a new addition to what Solidify does. It's
Like,
not
do
just
you
for
appear
gaseous
to be in a
form
prison?
vampires anymore.
'Cause
I
visual
did not know that. I learned something on this mod.
Oh, if you're like phased, then if you're a vampire and you're phasing and you're walking around like this, then you just become a regular person. You become solid and corporeal, and we can hit you again.
In that case, no effect.
Thanks, Roland.
If you don't have that, you freeze up, you can't move.
No, I don't think I have never heard that about Solidify.
It's new.
Yeah, if that's a new rule, I am not a
2.1.
yeah 2.1.
You cannot attack for 5 seconds, you cannot move for 5 seconds.
Well, that's all you need to get behind him and do 20s. So high five.
That's what it says on the tin. And out of the fading chaos and storm, something flutters.
I don't care. Thank you, Daniel. Yeah, you do not have
Two
to.
more of those. That is it.
Well, save them for when you need them. Use them for survival. Don't tell the NPCs that.
Already forgotten.
Are you okay?
Azareth, you all right?
Yeah, I'm good.
Anybody?
What?
2 life spells.
Coming.
Tyrion, you good?
Yeah, I'm just refitting.
Yeah.
So at this point in the mod, the necessity of survival is in at least the top 75% of her brain. She sees the stronger effects and the amount that other people are dropping. But still 25% of her motivation is dedicated to learning a bit more. But to be honest, with some of my roleplay insights here, she didn't have a clear explanation of the details of this mod to begin with.
People are dropping a lot more, Tyrion.
We'll be alright.
I would like to go until we figure out what Skybreak means.
Other than it's Skybreaker Tower, go look for clues. She knew that Skybreaker was something that would likely help her eventually escape
Azareth said he was
from this
gonna-
fey
Azareth.
dimension that she and the other
Azareth.
adventurers had been ripped into and were stuck inside.
Did you legerdemain that trap door, that secret door?
No.
Zod, did you get that door? Yeah, let's go do that. I'll meet you there.
But other than eventually getting herself home, she didn't really have a specific reason to be in this tower, and she hadn't fully committed to it as her hunt.
You know, in some ways this seems vaguely familiar. Like I've done this before.
It's only the third time.
I swear. This architect is just lazy at this point.
She's definitely running some calculations about risk and reward at this point, and she does not like being stuck this high in a tower. So the nervousness continues, but let's see how high this tower goes and
Yeah,
what
sure.
she will tolerate.
Let's keep going.
Did you see how high my
Nothing in there that seemed like it could have been a skybreak.
Certainly not.
We just checked this door again. Same little room.
Little room.
Possibly some trinkets, but nothing.
Okay.
Let's go, Zod. They're way ahead of us now.
Let's go.
Oh, they're actually clogged up more than I thought on the bridge. See, this is why I hate things like this. Choke points and clogged up.
I mean, I'm terrible in front of face-to-face fights, so these corridors are murder for me.
If I had a nickel for every time that I've been doomed, I'd have 2 nickels, which isn't a lot, but it's crazy that it's happened twice.
I mean, you can get like some ice cream from it. All right.
You go first.
Thank you.
Hey, I'm gonna out of game break this thorn thing because it keeps catching me. Ouch. Because like like the hallway is clogged with 3 people, right? So splitting up into 2 groups is not going to clog it any less.
Right.
We're already
both hallways are going to be clogged.
Yeah. Yeah, so both would be clogged, and the one with a trickle of people, they'll all just go down to dooms. Yeah. So we either need to have like the full group of resources or the mobility of like a single person scouting it. Yeah.
So here on the 4th floor, I see Azareth eagerly engaged, and so I culturally opt to wait my turn.
Azareth.
Not long before I hear a 3 count, though, and sprint in to surprise attack.
Miss.
Dodge some packets. Some big scary effects. I see him get hit with a berserk, and I do not wait until that becomes a problem. I cut him down right away and get him out of the way.
Wait, he's berserked. Somebody awaken this guy. Don't heal him without awakening him. No! Oh, purify. Purify. We thought it was healing.
This elemental clearly has lots of threats, so I'm happy to take advantage of the archers and other allies, keeping his attention to let me try to put in at least a little lateral pressure.
Keep that up.
They do stop applying their pressure long enough for him to notice me, so I yell at them a little bit. But they do get his attention back, again. And as soon as his back opens up, the chase begins, which is always my favorite thing. To be fair, it was the dogkin Misha, who is precious and was probably scared upon seeing Nikujo come in, so I can't hold it against her.
Tyrion, he hit through my armor again. I got a teeny little nick again.
Oh, like just a little teeny, or like a teeny?
The same number. The same number as before. 11.
And fun fact, Nikujo has gotten close enough with Tyrion over her own personal story drama that she now jokes with him when whining about or demanding healing, so that's fun. It's neat to watch rude character dynamics evolve. Time for some more sniffing around. Prioritizing clearing the space and finding the exit strategies.
Hawkins? Hawkins. Nikujo.
On that.
The healing resources are appreciated. Zod, you want to hit the room? You want to ledger domain the secret room if it's still there? Do I see you in game? I see you in game? Oh, it's not clear right now.
Oh. Can you see through there?
The hole is the same, and I'd like to get that same room if there's, maybe that has the room with the skybreak in it, I don't know. But it's not clear right now. So it would be not great positioning to crawl while there's a monster in there.
As soon as I hear a 3 count, I literally interrupt myself and run over to surprise attack. Who could care what the end of that sentence was going to be? It's time to go attack something.
Miss.
Fitness tip: the balance and poise to do that leg scoot body dodge away from the initial packet is always important, and it is proper helpful form to keep yourself from charging. Keep on the balls of your feet and stay springy like that. Be able to stop on a dime.
10 silver, 10 silver.
My belt literally fell off there, so I had to disengage a little bit, but I jumped back in the fight to finish what I started, despite other people also being there.
Regroup!
Keith gets berserked, and I am ready to cut him down, but someone throws a sleep on him. I still make sure he gets what he needs because he did save my life earlier there, and those big feelings are still present in the roleplay.
Isn't it a 3 count to pick up?
I don't think so. I didn't think potions and pickups were. I thought it was just like the roleplay action. You have a purify, he's berserked.
Ready to fight the next guy coming in. We need a small clarification here because that was a big jump in power.
Are you swinging 20 chaos? 20 chaos, not 4. All right. No, you are good.
I would be dropped on the 4th hit of 20 chaos. And I know that this two-hander can chew up my legs really well, so I was definitely nervous with this guy. On the 4th floor of this tower.
10 silver, 10 silver, 10 silver. 10 silver, 10 silver. Bush.
Little repositioning for safety.
You want to take a step out of it so you don't get tangled in the
thorns.
thorns?
Actually hurt anybody in the bushes.
Sure. We're set.
1, game on. Look at us.
10 silver. Ah! That was a good sweep.
Just taking your turn when his attention's not on you.
Okay.
Time to go immediately demand some more healing. Interrupted ever so briefly.
Tyrion.
To circle around a spawning enemy with dual surprise attacks.
20 silver, 20 silver. Yes, this is surprise attack. You take all the 20s when you rift.
Thank you.
20 silver, 20 silver, 20 silver. Dodge.
He must have had a ton of body because he threw a packet in before he dropped.
I'm hurt, actually.
I had to use a dodge on his packet.
40.
Surprise attack has gotten me in some trouble when I assume it will be enough to drop them before they get their skills out.
You threw a packet at my chest, and it was like 100 chaos, right? Yeah, I did a dodge. Yep, and I did a dodge, so we're square.
And back to business. That was the most satisfying and immediate scout circle, not gonna lie. Thank you, Daniel, for choosing to spawn right next to us there. Now this guy swinging 10 Doom is very lethal, so he demands a lot of focus and careful motion. The whole battlefield kind of wants to intentionally engage and intentionally position around a guy who has a carrier that lethal. Knowing exactly when to push in when you're opposite another experienced fighter can really seal the deal there.
What else is there?
Is that room still being guarded? If we make less noise around it, it might leave. Really?
Yeah.
If we make less presence around it.
Yeah, I tested the noise. They didn't respond to the squeaker.
Your nose does that?
Yeah. Well,
are you okay?
It recognizes nothing by the hole. It recognizes as soon as I put a hand in. The moment I go in, it starts coming towards. The moment I take it out, it goes away.
Then the things on this floor have gained intelligence from the last floor as well. They're also swinging harder.
Yep.
Okay, so
Things are getting real rough.
Hey, can I have a ledger domain?
There are a lot more enemies with a lot stronger skills. More vigilantly guarding a lot more places.
Another ledger domain on the inner door to open up an exit.
With all this fighting in the foyer area, we can't even seem to get into the inner chamber on the 4th floor.
That one already? On this floor?
That one didn't have a lock, I guess.
There's no lock on that one?
No. It opened.
Okay. It doesn't have the... Wait, no, I don't think you can...
No, that's holding it together.
Oh, okay.
I couldn't figure out which one wasn't structural.
This has had a lock on every other floor. I'm not a marshal, though, so... If it didn't have a lock on the door, then I think you're golden.
He just wasn't here.
We have a little bit of an out-of-game clarification here to figure out the dungeon mechanics of how that door worked.
What were you calling me for? Was it because that was clear? Yeah.
I just realized what you said.
Didn't Wedge go in there?
But once we're all on the same page.
Did you see where he went? Did he get in the door?
We role play it out. Do a little bit more role play to make our way in, finally.
Is it the same room? Can you hear me?
I'm searching now.
Okay, was there a lock on it? You got in there really fast.
Door open when I open.
Okay, so this floor is different. Excuse me,
Yeah,
move.
I got blasted by lightning unlocking the secret.
Aw. Thank you.
Buffer on my belt got stuck on the fence. That was a bummer.
Oh, shoot. Messed up my claw on the fence, man.
Go back out. Go back out.
So that room's the same too?
Yeah, he said after mud.
So at this point, casters and people with spells are offering to add a wall of force across the stairwell to slow down the elementals. And that indicates the kind of desperation we're feeling trapped in here.
stairs that we just came from are spawning elementals.
Yeah, I imagine there's still
some on the way down.
I imagine. We could also just jump.
Want me to pull up the wall of force on the stairs?
Yes, go.
That's smart.
Let's go.
Because that won't fully stop them. They'll just rift through it. It'll just slow them down.
Face. Like I said, it's only a slowdown opportunity, guys.
So my plan might just be to jump down the chasm, like climb down the hole and run it. Once we're done with this floor.
Can you make sure that you hit the bridge on the bottom?
Yeah.
Thanks for that sass, Tyrion. Gosh.
I mean, the only reason I fell off of that bridge was because I was like running from it. I wasn't climbing down. If there's an elemental under me, I'll see it when I'm climbing sooner than I'll see it when I was running. I got you.
Her escape plan is prepared. She does not want to stay here for anything harder than what they're dealing with on this floor.
Okay.
She is confident in her ability to escape, and she's going to do it as soon as she needs to.
Hey, I need a ledger to me.
She has not gotten any more answers.
The hole looks the same, and it looks as though it will connect through that door.
No.
Let's do it one at a time.
Yeah. 100% yes.
Come
Walk
closer,
right on
buddy.
through it.
We have presents for you.
Demanding more help from people with the lock-picking door opening skills.
Roland, is it open?
Slower going
Does it
here on the
connect?
4th floor.
Seems to.
Looks the same?
There's elementals, so.
Yeah. Hey.
More elementals spawning in the
Tyrion?
foyer.
Just, there's one out here, but okay, Azareth is with me.
I don't make it over fast enough to get the surprise attack jump on this guy, and I am not willing to engage with the 20 Chaos two-hander swings without knowing there is someone else to divert the tension at least a little bit. But then I see Azareth at my side. Even with an experienced scout who knows how to maintain positioning, it is hard and tiring work to get in and out against range like this. This NPC is fast, too, and he covers ground on both sides.
Oh, you can dodge elementals.
Or I'll use my elemental shield.
Or you'll use your elemental
Now
shield.
Zod comes in as a third point of distraction, and that is just enough for me to close in. When I close the distance, I can get him to switch into a more defensive position. The best way to secure a victory against someone with an extreme range advantage is to get in there.
Dude, you block with that thing so fast.
Because once he's up in a defensive stance, he is way slower. At least normally.
Hey.
The upright sweeping here was exquisite. He needed another full pillow party to finally bring him down.
10 silver, 10 silver,
well
10 silver,
done,
10 silver, 10 silver, 10
NPC.
silver, 10 silver. I sure did get hurt again, though.
That elemental was a
Hawkins.
problem.
Do you have a lot of healing?
I have a storm ready.
Is it on already?
No, but I can call it.
Well, you check how hurt I am and tell me if you see if you think it's worth it.
Okay, healing arts. How many hit points are there?
40.
40. Activate spell 10 healing. Activate spell 10 healing.
Okay, thank you.
Look at that mess in there.
You're immune. You're immune.
Rumors are people backing off, are getting ready to back off. So.
Yeah, this is definitely a harder floor.
I've got a tiny bit more if you want one more.
Not necessary right now. I'm a little bit hurt again, too.
Healing, a little bit of healing. Somebody, hurry.
I pick you up. Begin first aid. Oh, I probably can't walk with first aid. Let's go back.
You can't.
Tyr and Azareth is down. I'll stabilize him in a minute, I think, but I don't exactly know what's wrong with him. I just know how to stop excessive bleeding.
Feeling that she's dead.
All right.
Searching for a panacea.
Oh.
And that's the final straw.
That might be it for me, Tyrion.
What happened?
We're all slow. All right, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I suddenly feel as though something slowed me and I had no control over it. Did we make it the whole way through this floor? Did we open every door? We opened a door on this end. Do you want to come around back? What?
There's way too many forming at the stairs if we don't leave now.
Tyrion, there's a ton at the stairs. Why don't we get to the bridge and climb down? There's a bunch of rocks you can hold on to. What?
Climb down.
At least some of us. I mean, if you have skills Similar, yeah, similar.
Ultras, how much longer in the wall course?
I'd like to get to this bridge and then climb down, because I cannot move fast anymore.
Would you like to move fast?
Yeah?
Elemental release.
Accept, thank you. Heads up.
It's okay. By my voice, arcane slow.
That bridge is not unguarded. The chasm is just swarming with elementals. And there's barely enough space in this hallway to body dodge these packets. It's definitely an annoying choke point to face-to-face fight against guys throwing prisons and doom spells. Especially when these enemies are not affected by normal and silver.
10 silver. Miss? No effect. No effect!
It's pretty upsetting to realize that these guys are magic to hit.
Do you have something other than silver?
Yeah.
You want to go up there and test it?
Other than silver too.
How?
Weapon.
Oh, the one you gave me?
Thankfully, Nikujo was loaned a sword by Tyrion, and that sword has the ability to swing magic. So as soon as he reminded me how magic items work,
just start doing it?
Yep.
I was able to affect them a little bit.
10 magic, 10
This
magic.
was still a rough, tight line fight here.
Okay, yeah, that works.
The best strategy in a tight line fight like this is to counter-snipe their extended arms. It demands an annoying amount of patience, especially for a cheetah who just wants out.
10 magic, 10 magic, 10 magic, 20 magic, 20 magic, 20 magic, 20 magic, 20 magic, 20 silver, 20 silver. There was a packet on my hip. What was it? Berserk delivered how? Dodge. 10 silver. Or magic. Arcane. 20 silver, 20 silver, 20 magic, 20 magic, 20 magic. 20 magic, 10 magic.
2 magic? 4 normal.
10 magic, 10 magic.
I am thankful that you can still body dodge using a deep squat to get under the packets. That's my favorite method. Hit the deck.
10 magic.
And I am maintaining enough front-to-back personal space to be able to body dodge the weapon strikes too.
10 magic, 10 magic.
Because if I get hit even in my weapon, even if I block it with my weapon, a strike effect means I have to take the damage. I have to take the hits.
10 magic. 10 magic, 10 magic.
Strike 10 doom.
2 magic.
Strike 10 doom.
Miss. 10 magic, 10 magic, 10 magic. 10 magic, 10 magic. 10 magic. 10 magic. 10 magic.
I do not want to take any more chaos directly into my body at this point. I know I'm still not fully healed here.
10 magic. Swinging what? 10 chaos. Got it.
So I back off and I let the shields and other characters try to step in and do some work to pierce through this elemental line.
I'm okay. I'm a little bit hurt.
It's never a bad strategy to use rotating refits or just rotating front lines when there are too many people in too small a space anyway. Don't exhaust yourself and get to the point of dropping just to stay in the front line. Step back, take a breather, refit your armor, get your healing, rotate out as needed, and that's how the whole team survives.
Begin first aid. If you're dead, it's no effect.
On your death count.
Assessing the situation here is not very reassuring.
Who needs a life spell?
These two.
There are so many people needing life spells right now.
You take weapons. You can evade those.
When I return back to the front line, I start stacking combos on their exposed arms by swinging just as quick as I possibly can. I am antsy to leave.
10 magic, 10 magic, 10 magic, 10 magic, 10 magic.
And if they're extending, either slowly with a two-hander or kind of overextending with larger lunges to reach back at us.
What do you need?
50. We got to get out of here.
40 healing.
I got it.
I'm going to take all that space and all that time and get combos on their exposed side as much as possible. Get them dropped.
10 magic.
We are not defending a point here. We are trying to aggress.
10 magic.
I have a place that I want to go, and it is escaping.
I begin climbing down.
As soon as that wave is dropped, I am out.
6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Time to run. I later found out the 4th floor was in fact the final story of that tower. I was apparently so close to seeing a strange and mysterious vacant throne and getting a bunch of treasure, maybe even some answers about the Skybreaker? Who knows? I was an antsy cheetah and I had to prioritize my survival. Stay tuned for more of the story from the 2023 national event of Alliance LARP.